Today's Q&A Thursday, but we're going to do things a little bit differently. You hold all of the answers to all of the problems and questions that you have in your life. I'm going to show you exactly how.
Welcome to the R.Y.S.E Movement podcast, a place where men just like you learn to raise your standards everywhere.
Welcome back to another episode of the R.Y.S.E Movement podcast. I'm Dave, and in today's episode of Q&A Thursday, I'm going to ask you guys the questions and you're going to come up with your own answers. We hold all of the answers to all of the problems that we've got in our life internally. You are your own coach. And so what I'm going to show you today is I've come up with some questions. I've got about 30 or so questions to be able to ask you, to be able to allow you to get out of your own way and come up with the answers and solutions to whatever you're facing. So sit back, take a pen and a pad, and answer these questions. If you want to do it on the computer, I'm going to copy and paste all of the questions into the comments or into the description. So do this at your own time. This isn't something for you to post publicly. This is for you to do your own work. And that's what the R.Y.S.E movement is all about. Yes, we are to raise your standards everywhere, but it's to make sure that you can have all of the life that you want. It's the dream life that you want on your terms because you're a man of purpose, meaning, and action. So let's take some action. So I'm going to read these from my computer. All I want you to do is pause the podcast after every single question that I ask, and I want you to write down your answers. Take your time with this. This isn't something to rush through, and this isn't something to just, to flob off sort of thing. It's like you need to invest your time, effort, and energy into this. You will be able to create some amazing awareness if you actually do this process properly. So let's get into it. Okay, mental health. What daily habits or routines have the most significant impact on your mental well-being? How do you cope with stress and challenging emotions in a healthy way? Have you ever reached out for professional help when facing mental health issues? And if not, what might prevent you from doing so? Are there signs and triggers that indicate when your mental health might be at risk? And what proactive steps do you take? What does self-compassion mean to you? And how do you practice it in your daily life? In what ways can you support a friend or family member who is struggling with their mental health? How do you balance work, social life, and personal time to ensure your mental well-being is a priority? All right, physical health. What are your fitness goals and what actions are you taking to achieve them? Do you have a well-balanced diet? And how do you maintain it in a busy world? How do you stay motivated to maintain regular exercise routines? What's your approach to preventative healthcare, such as regular checkups and screenings? This one's massive. Guys are absolutely horrible at making sure that they go to the doctor and get their health checked out. What role does sleep play in your physical health? And what steps do you take to ensure quality rest? Are you satisfied with your body image? And what steps have you taken to build a positive self-image? This one's huge. Little caveat here, if you have some problems with your self-image and to understand your blueprint better, I recommend reading the book Psycho-Cybernetics by Maxwell Maltz. How do you handle or prevent burnout, fatigue, and maintaining high energy levels? Moving on to accountability and responsibility. What does personal accountability mean to you, and how do you ensure you take responsibility for your well-being? Are there any aspects of your mental or physical health that you've neglected, and what's your plan for addressing them? How do you involve your support network, your friends, your family, so on and so forth, in your health journey? Do you set specific, measurable goals for your mental and physical health? If so, how do you track your progress? How do you prioritize self-care without feeling guilty or selfish? What strategies have you implemented to deal with temptations or distractions that could hinder your health efforts? In what ways do you use setbacks or failures as opportunities for growth and self-improvement? Some action steps to take. What are the most impactful changes you've made to improve your mental and physical health, and how can others implement similar changes? Can you share any motivational or accountability techniques that have worked for you? What are your favorite stress relief methods, and how do you incorporate them into your daily life? How do you stay informed about the latest health research and recommendations? What resources or communities have you found helpful in your health journey? Fitness apps, mental health groups, Facebook groups, TikTok people, these sorts of things. What's your strategy for balancing work and life in a way that supports your overall health? How do you define success in terms of mental and physical well-being, and how do you measure it? Are there any new health goals or challenges you're currently pursuing, and what steps are you taking to achieve them? And how can all men collectively encourage one another to prioritize mental and physical health? What actions can be taken to create a supportive community? What do you do specifically to make you know that you matter to yourself? How do you treat yourself? How do you experience emotions? What do you do specifically to make sure that you are improving emotionally? These are some of the questions that I want you guys to answer. I want you to take your time and go through them. And I want you to create an action plan for them. If anything comes up that is a little bit worrying, a little bit triggering or anything like that, I want you to make sure that you have an action plan ready to go. So if something comes up around mental health, poor physical health, going to the doctors or whatever it is, do something about it. It's all well and good to be able to do these things on paper. However, men are at their best when they're taking action. And you need to be relentless with your action taking. If you're sitting back and just biting the bites to sit back and see if things are going to change, they're not. I'm fucking telling you right now that they're not going to change. Nothing in your life is going to change unless you're willing to put in the time, effort, energy, and the financial investment as well. So many guys are stuck in a rut and stuck at rock bottom or stuck in pain, shitty relationships, jobs that they hate, poor health, poor mental health, all because they're not willing to do the work. Go and do the work. If you need some help, please reach out to someone that can do something about it. Whether that's a counselor, a therapist, a doctor, a coach like me, or just a mate that can steer you in the right direction. But look for someone who's actually got some idea and some know-how, some knowledge that they've actually been there and done that too. Like I said, guys, if you need any help, reach out. Dave@risemovement.com.au. This is it for this one. It's a short, sharp one, but I want you to spend some time on those questions and then fucking do something about it. Have an amazing day, man. Much love, and until I see you next week, cheers.
Thank you for being with me today. Thank you for subscribing and leaving a review. It really helps us out. Until next time, take care and much love.